Well, look, welcome to Two Kinds Chapter 6, Part 2. Let's get started. It feels like we've been going around in circles all day. It's just a bit further now. Hey guys, I think we lost Rain. Whoa, why is the ground moving? Look up there, smash! It's Amphareal. This is bad. Marin, you and Karen go ahead and find Trace. What about you? Well, maybe not be the most powerful of warriors, but as an ex-Templar, it's my duty to protect the people. What's going on, Flora? That can't be you, Flora. Who are you? Oh, it's Trace. He betrayed you. You must be strong. Take care of yourself. It's his fault. Trace, it's neutral. She's possessing Flora and tainting her mind. What? Wrong, Keith. I am only saying what Flora cannot. These are her true feelings. Liar. She needs to know that humans cannot be trusted. She is stubborn, but with my help, she will realize it. Let her go right now. Why are you doing this? What have you ever done to you? It's not what you have ever done, it's what you will do. There is a great war coming, with balance hanging from a thread. You two will determine the outcome, but you cannot be on the same side. Once she accepted my help, it was easy. Wait, no, what's going on? Wait, you're not who? What are you doing to me? I needed her willingly want my help, even if it was only for a moment. I have you to thank you for that. Why would Flora ever want your help? Why is she so unhappy? You really have no idea what? Flora had fallen in love with you, a stupid little girl with a childish crush. And words mean everything to her. Just a Kedron, remember that? That's what she heard. No, but she should have realized I didn't mean it. And that I couldn't say that you what? I don't know. I don't know how I feel. Ha! I knew it. You can't even admit to yourself. Arg. What do you want from me? This seems familiar. Do you remember? What are you talking about? But of course you don't. That was before I stole your memories. It was you? Why, if all of you wanted was for me and my Flora to be enemies, if you haven't removed your memories, then why would you have killed Flora that day in the forest? Yet you still try to stop me now. No, please, don't let me see that again. I don't want to hurt Flora. I don't want to be what I once was. Leave me alone. What? You're supposed to remember now. You don't want to remember? Of course I want to remember. I want to know who I am, but if it means going back to turning people, then forget it. Fine, we'll do it the hard way. Meanwhile, Mother, where are you? Mom? Huh? And sure, I'm really sorry after I was changed into a creature neutral offered me my humanity back if I let her possess my body. It's alright, Marv. I let her control me up until she's left me for Flora. Don't worry, my dear. I'm here to help you this time. So you wish to fight a god. Fine by me. Eep. You used a crate? I mean, really, come on, a crate? Arg, why won't you just give up already? This would be so much simpler. No excuse for struggling. Just forget about Flora. Why won't you fight me? I realize your true powers. Give in to your memories. I can't. Why? I don't understand. It's because I really do care about Flora. It wasn't sure before, but she's just a Kedron. You could have any human female you want, or even if you're in Kedron, who's going to stop you? You could have anyone. But I don't want a human or Kedron. Don't you get it? It's not the race that's important. It's just Flora, because I love her. You're not supposed to say that. I saw the future. This isn't supposed to what happens. Geez, I wish there was something for me to do around here. I would help Trace, but I don't think I can do any much for him now. I mean, really, a crate? Come on. What? Hey, is that the red hair guy from before? I can't remember his name. What's he doing? Hey, if I can just get close enough, maybe I can kill the host before she realizes I'm here. It may be more all-powerful before a body, but it won't be able to affect us. Hey, stay back. Ow, what was that for, you stupid Kedron? I'm not a Kedron, damn it. But that's not to the point. You can't hurt Flora. Let Trace handle this. Ha, like I'm going to listen to it for an animal. Why should I care about this for the life of this Flora? Grr. If you hurt Flora, I will kill you. This is over. Ugh. Even if you can't admit you love her, she will never hear it while I'm here, and that's all that matters. My mission is done. No, wait, you can't. I will bring Flora back to her home and seal her memories just as I did with yours. This can't be in the end, can it? Flora's memories? Was it all for nothing? Have I failed? Trace, what are you doing? Stop her, punk. What? Who is that? You're not gonna take that, are you? It took me forever to set this stuff up. I want to see bloodshed. Karen, can you be serious for once in your life? Seriously, Trace, I don't know what you're what's going on entirely, but you have to do something. But I can't risk hurting Flora. I can barely move in any case. Maybe you just need a little help. It's you, Engineer? I'm honored you remember me. I must say I have to agree with this human. What? But what about Flora? You're practically her brother. Are you saying you want to fight her too? Me? Heck no, I'd be killed. Listen, Trace, it's true that the masks know everything, past, present, and future, but there's one thing they cannot predict. Who is this Keygen? How does he know so much about us? Eric, you stay out of this. Crash. Dayumoto What? What? Did you? He looks like you're a little too slow. Trace, listen to me. You cannot be afraid of the power you have. You control your powers. You cannot allow them to control you anymore. You can do a great thing and horrible things. It's all up to you, Trace. But you have to act. You must fight. I cannot fight her for you. How dare you? Catch. Act. Fire, Trace. Get Flora back. Very inspiring, Engineer. Do you think that's so too, boy? What? Are you ready to fight me? For real this time? Oh crap, what do I do? Trace, what if I hurt her? What if then I just attack? Ugh. Huff. Those pieces, did I win? Oh, wait, crap, I'm screwed. I wouldn't try that if I were you. Bit after bit, you know the reason we need our hosts because we feed on their energy, and every time you attack me, you force me to use up a little bit or more of Flora. She slowly turns into an empty shell of Accusation. Oh wait, maybe that's better than for her after all. She has stronger hold on Flora than I had thought. If only I could help her interfere, but there's nothing I can do. I am bound by the rules. But I am sure everything will turn out. It's alright in the end. Don't worry, I believe I've done enough infuriating for both of us. How are things progressing? Not favorably, I'm afraid. Imperial is once again trying to awake Trace's true self, and it seems to be working. How does it feel, Trace, to be helpless, weak, unable to do anything? The ground, it's moving. How does it feel to know when you were able to kill hundreds and thousands of people? This doesn't look good, and yet, Trace, please don't listen. You're unable to save the life of one person, even when that person is just a Keygen. It is already too late. No, I do not sense that Trace has regained his memories. However, this is also something I've never seen before. I believe Trace is in a transition. He still doesn't remember anything, and yet he's now discovered his power. I fear that it is corrupting his mind. I had never imagined power could feel this good. This isn't supposed to happen. What do those powers do to you anyway? You can't hurt me without going through Flora first. I don't need anything else except these powers. Why should I care about Flora? I don't understand it. If Trace doesn't remember, then why doesn't he care about the safety of Flora anymore? You have to realize that Trace hasn't been able to do anything to help Flora up until this point. Now that he has his power, though, he's lost sight of what he wanted them in to begin with. He wants it is to kill the Imperial. This is insane. You have to do something. You know what? I can't do anything. I aim to interfere, and you're the rules. Don't you get it? And share that's Flora out there, your sister practically. Maybe Trace isn't the only person who's let the power get to his head. I don't not make the rules. Sai, you're right. Perhaps I have to be worried about too much about these rules. I will interfere once. Trace is the one that must get Flora back, but I can point him in the right direction. Hey, what is the heck is this? What the? Trace, you've forgotten. Where am I? Are you doing this? Forgotten. Wait, what the? Flora and the mask is? It's gone, and we're in the forest. Hey, what are you doing, Grr? What's with you? Why are you growling like that? Come on, Flora, gasps. How did you know my name? Hey, wait, forgotten? What's wrong with how my powers? How can they be stronger? Was that a vision? I didn't remember. I didn't remember what happened. What's when I first met her? So what? Trace? Die, Keygen. What the? Keith, stop it. She's not the enemy. Hey, where did that go? Not another one. What are you doing in here? Why are you showing me these things? There's nothing wrong with my memories. I haven't forgotten about Flora, Trace. I can't believe I thought about letting Flora die. The power enemy overwhelmed me. What happened if I forgot? The whole point of her being here is for her. Flora. Trace, I remember this too, I think. It's our first. Aha, I see you've chosen to break the rules, but you know full well the consequences. What a noble sacrifice for such a petty cause. I hate having to strike you down while you're defenseless. However, I have risked too much already. Once you are out of the way, I shall depart with this little Keygen. Mura! Flora, what's wrong? What's going on? Sister. Trace, snap out of it. Trace, no you can't. She's on the roof. That's it. I'm going after her. The roof, yes. It's like I can sense her Now, her thoughts. She's calling me to her. That was completely unnecessary, Imperial. That Kyujin was an innocent. No one is innocent. He knew the rules. We all break rules. Not as long as I'm around. Would you care to join him? No, of course not. I wouldn't dream of interfering with your work now, especially considering I already have. You know what this is, right? You're wearing one of just like it, you see. What? Where'd that come from? This, a little human billable? Yes, but one of my own designs. I don't see what you could accomplish with this little thing. Flora, can you hear me? Please tell me you're still there, Flora. Gur, what is that human muttering about? He should know by now that Flora isn't, Mew. Ugh, what is this? What are all these thoughts? No, get away. What is going on? This is impossible. Where am I? Ack, why am I naked? What is this place? Am I dead, huh? Flora, but is that another one of your tricks in cheer? No, not in cheer. Who said that? I don't have much time. Listen to me, Trace. In order to free Flora, you need to be able to reach her, but you can't. However, the necklace, it links you two together. What are you seeing is her soul. This is your chance, Blaze. If she truly loves you, she will never hear it. Flora, it's time to wake up. I know. Excuse me. We're on the bottom right panel. I know it's a little late now, but I love you too. Flora, I know it's a little late now, but I love you too. Arg. God, you're an interfering little pest. You've gotten in my way for the last time. I try to be nice about this, Trace, but you leave me no. Oh. I will make sure you never wait. What the? Having a bit trouble, Neutral. Don't find that cough very surprising. Goodness. Okay, we're on the bottom right panel again. What? You again? What do you know? I know what it's like to be tricked into your control. You promised me human back, but you controlled it. Cough as price for it, just as you did with that young Keytron. My dear Inshir, because of him, you're holding onto the Keytron is fading. It's over in Imperial. You cannot use her soul for her magic any longer. Soon you won't be able to control her at all. Why, you little... I can still make you kill you. But get behind me. Trace, where are you come from? Imperial, leave them alone. Crack. Gah. Mom, are you okay? You ran off and I'm fine. Look. No. Flora, that's impossible. Woohoo, Flora. Flora, you're all right. Thank goodness. Flora, wait, look out for the edge. Flora, thank goodness he's managed to get her. I was afraid I have to be crushed trying to catch her. Darn that stupid creature, and she's going to have to give me a heart attack someday. Mother, isn't it wonderful? He saved that poor little Keytron. Quiet, Rain. Don't you forget the Keytron cough are still our enemies. Enemies? How could you ever say that after enough this time is not the time? I still feel unsure about all this. This all seems too easy. But what if she really is gone? Meanwhile, Flores, I have a lot heavier than I remember. I must be more tired than I thought. Trace, here, let me help you. Trace, hey, wouldn't you like me to help carry her? You look exhausted, trust me, Keith. It would take a lot more than exhaustion to make me want to let go of Flora right now. Goodness. I'm so sorry about this episode. I just don't want to redo it all. Okay, so we're on the top left panel. Hey, Fuzzy Ears, I demand you to let me see Trace right now. I tell you what I told everyone else. Trace and Flora are tired, so they're both resting. The room is magically sealed, so if you want to talk to Trace, I guess you'll have to wait until later. How dare you? Do you know who I am? Does it look like I care? Why could I find a Templar that hadn't run away? Just had the strangest dream, huh? Trace, did he stay in my bed because I knew I was upset? Come on, Trace, come to bed. Shit, no need to wake up. Just yawn, sleep. Good morning, Trace. Flora, you're awake. Thank goodness. Gah, what am I doing in your bed? Hee. I couldn't let you sleep in that chair all day, could I? We can't do this. Let me go. Stupid Trace. What am I, a butler now? I can't wait until Flora wakes up. Then we can get out of here. Trace, I got the stuff you wanted. Thanks, Keith. Hey, Keith. Yeah, no problem. Sorry about interrupting. Keith, wait, it's not what you think, or hee, or is it? Wait, Kay, get off of me. No, Keith, don't leave me here with her. I'll be back in a little bit, Flora. What's up, Keith? You said you need me for something? Yeah. Trace, it's in here. It's just gone. Once gone. Yeah, as well as the rest of Well. I think you should take a look at yourself out the back so those other humans don't see you. What? Where did all this come from? How did it end up back in the woods? Trace, the whole city, I think it was an illusion. Only an image of the city that was once existed. An illusion, maybe by who? I'm not sure, neutrally properly. I scouted around and I found this place on your map. It's been marked with a strange symbol. Strange? Yeah, I've been getting a weird feeling around here. Does this place seem familiar to you? Yeah, a little. Why do you ask, Trace? Huh, Sarah? Trace, may I speak with you in private? I have something that I must tell you. I always loved this old place. We used to come here all the time to our cabin and out here in the woods. This was a place, of course, before you came powerful, hungry. We even came here with the border get close when it became dangerous because of Kedron. Do you remember any of this? No, I can't say that I do. Sorry. Good. I think it's for the best that you do not remember. Why? I want to know about my past. No, please. This isn't some place that you want to remember at all. But there is something I must tell you. Trace, I'm not your wife. What? I'm sorry, Chase, for all the lies I had to tell you. We did not know each other a long time ago. I came back because of Neutral. She brought me here. I had no choice, but I had to see you. I'm sorry. Trace, seeing you is this brief moment is in time has brought me greater happiness than I fear you will ever understand. For a while I thought you never be happy again. But seeing you with that girl, I'm glad you found someone to make you smile once more, even if she is a Kedron. I hope you forgay. I hope you will forgive me someday, Trace. I just couldn't bear to burden you with the memory of my passing. Sarah Legacy, 449 to 477, loving wife and honorable Templar killed by Kedron. May your soul rest in your death, the one to be avenged. Trace Legacy. Trace is alive. The Grand Templar knew and tried to kill him. The council was not happy. Yes, I heard the news. He was located only a few miles from the Kedron border. What does this council plan to do? As you know, Trace is needed to order or finish the final tower. The council knows that there must be find Trace as quickly as possible. Should Trace die or find his way into the claws of the Kedron, it would be a disastrous. This is why we have chosen to employ the dragons. Dragons, they can't be serious. Sending a dragon to near Kedron territory, it could be considered an act of war. Not to mention the fact that the king would never approve it. He wouldn't allow us a Templar that kind of gold. You know what the dragons ask for. That wouldn't be a problem for long sovereignty. Once we have Trace in our hands, we have final tower completed. The king will bow down to us. Sir told me we were right here near the border, only about 50 miles away from the port. Trace, listen to me. Trace, listen to the reason. Do you even know what's going? What are you doing? Trace, come back with us to the Templar. We can help. I'm not going back, at least not yet. I have other things I have to do. And what's that, Trace? Helping these animals? They aren't animals. Listen to me, Trace. You don't have to remember this. Go. We're dangerously close to the Kedron. We can't keep wandering out here. I can't go back to the Templar either. Trace, if you're going to go, you better go now. The Templar will think you look here. After all, you used to live here before. What? Never mind, Marin. You get Karen. We have to go to. The council is calling all Templar back to the stronghold. Hey, whose side are you on? Why would the council do that? Something like that. They never called you back before. Trace, I think you should go. After everything you've been through, I think you need some time for yourself. Ever since 4 years ago, you've been kind of obsessed about the Templar. Well, you're certainly being unusually insightful of all of a sudden. Yeah, I know. Well, that's what friends are for anyway. Friends, ha. He probably doesn't even know your name. Trace, good luck on your journey. You've surprised me, Trace. So much change in even in 4 years. I can't forgive you what you did to me, but I can thank you for saving me from Neutral. No problem. Hey, I packed all the supplies I could find, Trace. It's not much, though. I'm sure it'll be okay, Keith. It's only 15 miles. Should only take one night to get there. We should be by the port by morning, if you say so. Now, all that's left. Where's Flora? Home. She went back up to your room, I think. I'll get her. Flora, are you up there? Oh, I'll be right there down there, Keith. Finally, we're off again out of the old house and into the Kedron forest. I'm so sorry. I coughed on a couple of those pages, and this is an extra long one from now on. They will be parts of 2, and once we get to the super long one, I'm guessing the super long one's going to be parts of 4. But yeah, this was chapter 6, part 2 of Two Kinds. Thank you so much for watching. If I can end this video.